You think just try it with no choke first? I want to go that way backwards. Easy. I want to see if I can get that. I want to see if that'll idle without that trying to drive the wheel. I didn't catch that. I just turned it up a little bit, see what we get. Got it. Hey guys, and how's it going? I did a previous video on this little small engine that a friend had given to me that is set up to go on a bicycle, and is mocked up on this little frame and wheel kind of setup. So in the last video we got it running and made sure that that part of it was okay, and everything does seem to be functioning fine on it. So I figured maybe we'll take it to the next step and see if we can sister this thing on a bicycle of some sort. So without further ado, let's see what we got in the Horde. Into the depths of the Horde we go. And that might be a little trickier ride on that guy, so pass on that. We got that guy. I don't think that frame is going to have enough room to get that engine in there, but that would be different. Your legs go up over the handlebars and you pedal that way. Yeah, that might get hurt on that. Let's see what we got over here. This is a Ross. Yeah, green Ross might be a good victim. Yeah, let's see much else that's gonna work for us in that pile. And we got this guy, which is I think a knockoff, like a Chinese knockoff of a Schwinn bike. It's got a cool front end on it. You could use that, and if you don't use that bike, if we find something that we're gonna have to start cutting up and modifying, maybe we'll make this a sacrificial lamb. And one other victim we have, which is one of the better conditioned bikes, so it's stored in a better area, is this Ross Apollo. I'd like to see probably if we can get that in there, but I have a feeling we don't have enough room in the frame setup, and I really don't want to cut up on this bike too much. I'm quite fond of it. So I think maybe we'll drag this one in, we'll take a look at it, take the motor, see if we can kind of how it fits in different locations, and get ourselves an education. Give it a shot anyway. I don't really give it much hope looking at that frame, but let's see what we got. That it's got a clamp here that clamps around one of the tubes for the pivot. That would go right there. Well, that is not even close. And the closest this one will probably be getting tucked up underneath the seat, but I don't think that's really a look I'm going for. I want something different. I say, what do you think? Maybe that purple frame, we'll drag that in here. That's one I don't care about cutting up. Yeah, let's see if we have any better luck with this one. Oh, that's gotta be close. That bracket pit. The wheel just way too far away from that back tire too though. I wonder maybe we can cut that tube out of there and kick it back. Or go with a larger rear tire. I wonder if I have a 24-inch rim. Maybe. Well, I kind of like that look in that frame. I think that bike may make for something really cool. So I was looking for a 24-inch wheel and I did not have any, but I did have one more bike. That guy, the Black Knight, made in West Germany. That was a frame I bought at a yard sale just for a couple of bucks, but it had no wheels and a bunch of stuff missing and busted up, and I welded it back together and put some Schwinn wheels on it. Those are 24s. I think they're 24s. Yeah, they are. So I was like, well, use that for a mock-up, maybe for that. But what if we just try sticking the engine on there first and see how this frame kind of lines up to it? It's got kind of a cool looking gas tank set up also. Let me swap them around and give one last peek. And let's give this one a shot. Bikes seem to be getting bigger and bigger. Hang it up on chain guard. It's going to be the chain guard and the rear fender. Jamming in there. Eyeball that. I think we could drop it down probably quite a bit. Get the chain guard off of there, see how we like it. Got the guard out of the way. The only problem is the little tab that mounts it to the frame is in the way. I welded that on there, so I have no problem cutting that off. I think we're going to dig in, take the back wheel off, I'll take the fender off, and we'll see how that kind of falls into place. If we find that it's going to be a whole bunch of chopping, I think I would rather go with maybe a banana seat style bike and Springer front end kind of look, and we'll cut into Barney over there, but if not, we'll continue on with this guy. So I'm going to dig in and bring you right back. Got that hollowed out. Let's try it again. Spark plug's going to be an issue. I might be able to rotate the cylinder head. It's got to be able to rock on and off to the tire. Let's stay. How does that look? I think once the other stuff goes on it, the covers and the muffler and stuff, I think I'll fill in on the frame pretty good. I like how it's centered in the bike. The back wheel can go a lot further back. It's all the way in. That should be okay. I wonder if we should probably maybe air up that tire. And we'll throw a bolt or two in the bracket. The carb can get shrunk down to there. And possibly worst case, we can turn it, put an elbow in it and probably turn it the other way. Where's the spark plug? Somewhere. Here it is. Well, I have enough room. I guess whatever way the engine is, we'll see if it's dead center first. Not gonna be able to get much shorter of a plug. Looks like it's dead center of the frame. I think we'll be fine. Just enough to zap you in the sack when you're riding. of the muffler. And it's over on the bench. It's cool. We could change. I'm not opposed to cutting that up. Actually fits pretty good, huh? I say we move forward. As I threw the chain back on to get a real good idea where the tire's going to be or want to be. And I think we actually look pretty good. I got that bolted up. That looks like it makes a nice area to contact. I figure possibly you get a new rear tire, and with newer tread it's going to be slightly, or we probably even just get a little larger size tire, and that made the contact right about there instead of there. But I like the fact of where it's pinching, because this is spinning this way and the tire is going this way. You can put some nice even pressure on it. You can control the pressure real easy with position of where we make it lock into, instead of trying to do it like on a really sharp angle and it just kind of burning out on the tire. I think that will aid in making sure it makes a nice contact. Yeah, the carb. We could probably, we can work with that, I think. And on this side, know what we're going to have an issue with? We haven't even looked at yet. The pedals. So I like where the engine looks, but those pedals are not going to be wide enough by a long shot. And that's before a cover's even on that one. But nothing saying I can't heat them and bend them out, like I've done pretty much on every other one. Just makes it so a pedal's much more cumbersome. I'll worry about that later. I think we can keep moving forward. I like the way it's kind of lining up. I think we should take and just bolt some other pieces on it sloppily and just give it some more looking at and see what other issues we're going to have. Maybe we see the fender, the chain guard, that kind of stuff. Just see if we can set stuff in place and how that stuff is going to blend. Got everything shoved back in there, and I think we're going to make out just fine. You know, a bunch of tweaking here and there, but I think it's close enough that we don't have to go crazy and chop the crap out of the frame. I should not say that, because by the time I'm done it's going to be ridiculous. I got this is the indexer. The shock over here runs down to a cable with a lever. That's how you engage and disengage the motor, so that'll go on the handlebars, and you flip that up, or on here or here or something, and that's what extends and retracts and lets the engine wheel kick into the tire or not. And then it's got a bracket you mount somewhere. You either grab the seat or get rid of this altogether and we make our own. Nothing saying we probably come in back in here if we have to. Do that cover on. I don't like the color gold. I think we take that paint off and we do something, darken it up. Maybe black shoe polish the aluminum, or drill it, kind of make it open or something, But get rid of the gold, and then the gold on the other side. I think it'll kind of match the bike. Age that spring shock a little bit. It looks a little too new. Chain guard shouldn't be a problem. We just have the little notch around there. Get rid of that one support. Maybe put one here. Same thing with the muffler cover. We can take that guy off and we'll age that. Make it not gold anymore. One thing I'm waiting for, though, I called the friend of mine who I got the engine from, there's a cover that goes over here, a flywheel cover. I want to get that before I start finalizing what's going where, and he's not going to be able to look for that until tomorrow. So I'll pick this video up more than likely at that point, and we'll continue on. And maybe we'll make this a short video instead of an hour long type of deal. So I'm also thinking of relocating the seat maybe down and back a little bit, maybe put a rack, some kind of fancy rack off the back, or give it a lower and longer kind of look. Right now the seat kind of looks out of place on it a little. I like the seat, but it's just a little too short looking. I like to see some, keep that from the gas tank forward and continuing on to the back. Possibly we're going to look in, for the gas tank, whether we can tuck one inside here, which might be pretty cool if we can get something inside there and punch a hole in it and have a fill come out of the side, or we make something where that rack is up over the rear tire and we'll make that the gas tank. Again, that is getting way far forward. Let's get the thing mounted, running, and spinning the back tire before that happens. So with that, guys, I'm going to go wrap her up. I want to thank all you guys for hanging out in the garage with me, and we'll continue on this one. See ya. 10 bucks, what do you think? We give it a shot? Yeah, why not?